There's only 90,000 little people in America. We're a small population, and nobody cares. They only care. They think we're cute. We're kind of like teddy bears, blah blah blah, and because you've grown up with this really warped view of us because you've been fed the Wizard of Oz. I hated the Wizard of Oz when I was a kid. So I was like, I'm not like that. That's not me. That's gross. Then you get Willy Wonka and you got Oompa Loompas. Everybody loves that movie. Taika Waititi's making it again. Why? It's already been made twice. Do we need a third version where little people are running around dancing and singing songs? Is in it would be great if Taika's version, maybe Willy Wonka is a little person. I would be okay with that. Like, can we move on from, because what people don't understand, and that's part of what DMAP is doing, is that when you have all these cultural references for people, for disabled people, for Black people, for whatever, it filters into how people believe you are. So when you say, oh, it's just one movie. No, it's not. It's it 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 creates a myth around us, and we become these otherworldly creatures, so that when I walk down the street, people get weird because the only time they've ever seen us is dancing around with wigs on. Or now the new version of that is all these and I know people are gonna be like, leave people's money alone. I won't. Like, I'm sorry, I won't. Find something else to do. But the like the all the reality shows that surround little people. I was right after I left CNN, and I had this video come out. I forget what that video was called. I can't remember anything anymore, but it was for Dig. I had a video come out. It was like a short doc, and it like opened the door to all the vultures. The reality shows started just calling me. Hey, we want you on Little Women of New York or Little Women of LA, Little Women of blah blah blah. And I had this long history of production. So I toyed with them. I was like, okay. I said, well, how does this work? Like, who's in control of this? Who's in control of that? Oh, well, we are. I said, okay, but are any little people on your staff? Do you have any editors, uh, shooters, like anybody, sound people, anybody that makes the creative decisions on your staff are little people? No. But we're looking into it. You're looking into it, but you've got a whole franchise. You've got like 6 of them. You've got them in every city, and it never once occurred to you to put somebody on the production staff. And then because my dad's a reference librarian, and so he's always like, and an archivist, so he's like, research. So I went, and over a couple of weekends I watched all of them start to finish, which was a feat, and it was gross, and it and I started marking down like what I saw were production choices that heightened, look at these small people. Some of them were as little as like, they would go into a cupcake shop, and there'd be a bunch of high tables with high stools. And then over on this side was completely normal low top tables. And they'd set the shoot up on the high table so the people would have to climb up. And then the cameras are watching their butts go up and all this other stuff. And so I started marking all of them down, so because I knew they would all call back, and they did. They all called back, and I said, I have some points to make. I said, here's why I can't be on your show. because I would stop production. You know why I would stop production? I said, in this episode of this one, you have people climbing up on stools when there's a perfectly good section completely empty because you emptied the store out for the shoot because that's what you do. And you made them crawl up there so that you could shoot them with their butts up. Oh well, I was like, and then I would start, and they're like, okay, well, it feels like you don't want to be on this. I don't. I just wanted to prove a point to you and know that there's somebody that knows what you're doing. And they stopped calling. They stopped calling shortly after that. But uh, there's, and like I don't really, I do, and I have these I know I'm going to get some little people that are mad at me for saying don't do it. And I understand, I get how hard it is. And like people are broke, and little people can't just go into Applebee's and get a hostess job. People won't give it to them. So I get it. Like somebody comes with some cash and you're like, I'm going to do this. But how do we stop this? Like, how do we stop this? Because you're saying yes. You're saying yes, so they're continuing to make it. And that is, these reality shows are just a continuation of a sideshow. That's all it is.